live in Springfield at the government shutdown rally. And we're about to, come on now. This is the kind of terrorists we're looking at. Like, look at this. Look at these terrorists that we have around here. We're looking at somebody that is a balloon man, gnome. He's a balloon gnome. And this beautiful woman that is about to go on the air and tell us why she's here. Super grateful for this process. The guy standing next to this balloon man with a sign, it says, "Gnomes against gnome." Okay, all right,
We should be able to hear you pretty good. I'll put it right there.
Okay, we're about to hear what they have to say. So let's...
What is your name?
Oh, so this person is doing an interview, but we're not able to really hear them. I think they're being interviewed for more of a pre-recording kind of scene because they're not actually on a speaker. We can't really hear them. Darn it. Okay, we have to go somewhere else, even though that is fabulous. We got lots of people. I would say there's definitely 100 people out here right now. So we are, I am live on the air at KEPW. So I just wanted to let you know that, is it possible you want to give a couple words for why you showed up today, and it is live on the air on the radio, though.
Well, it's because Jana asked me to be here and speak. But yeah, because I think what ICE is doing, what our administration is doing is wrong, and I want to see it change.
Thank you. Had to ask, it's like a friendly face. Okay. All right, so we're here because Johannes is amazing, and he's organizing this protest in an effort to have, Springfield is not normally where people show up and protest here. This is not as much of a thing, there's been people at the Fed every day of the week, but today we're here in Springfield, and this is going to start in Springfield, and then it's going to move as a car caravan. Yeah, let's come. You can pick a sign until you get your sign. My granddaughter has a sign she's made that's absolutely beautiful. It is about frogs don't fight, but she left her sign at home. She's so disappointed. So she's, in lieu of that sign, we have a bunch of different signs so people can show up if they do without a sign and pick something from the pile. And so that's what she's about to do. And yes, I am interrupting your regular programming here on KEPW to bring this protest to you live on the air. And we're just kind of hanging out waiting for the beginning. We got so many great signs: love, compassion, action. I really like that one. Love, compassion, action. Go pick your sign, sweetie. I think that you can dance over there. Dance. I read something recently that said, if this revolution doesn't let you dance in the street, I don't want it. So, here we go. I just want to make sure that we are hopefully going to know if we have an issue with our live stream. But I'm going to go ahead and look just briefly to see what's coming up, because at 2:30 we may have... I want to make sure that I turn off the programming that is about to begin on the air in an effort to make sure that we don't get kicked off the air while I'm not paying attention, because it's hard to do everything at the same time. But I'm working on it. Like, we're nailing this down. Like, I'm pretty excited that KEPW is here and able to be a part of bringing this kinds of actions to you in your home if you're not able, or for whatever reason, we can bring it to you live off the streets in our local community. This is what's happening, and encourage you, love is greater than fear. And I think that what we really have to fear is the future of our country. And if we are not careful, we will have much more to fear than we have to fear right now. And so now is the time to use your voice and say enough is enough. I think that is really true, and I really hope and pray we can make sure that we don't lose any more than we've already lost, because we are losing some really important humans, the people that care enough to show up, and the people that are being taken out of our country, that give a lot to our communities. There's so many losses happening right now, and I'm just really thankful that we are working on figuring out how to make it so that we have as good a volume as possible. So maybe you can tell me if this is a little better for my volume. I'm going to just stay as good as I can. Hello. Here, give me a second. I'm going to see if I can get some better volume. I'm hearing that the live on-air broadcast is a little low. I'm not sure if I have the ability to change it, which has kind of been our struggle lately. Love, compassion, and action. I knew that. Nice. Yes, for sure. It's happening. Thank you.
These are all to you.
Thank you. I'm trying to stay focused. It is. So somebody just walked up and gave me a sticker. A better world is possible. And it's true. A better world is possible. And I really appreciate all of this beautiful family here that is showing up. We're like here along with people all over this country, right? There are people all over this country that are showing up right now in this general strike. I happen to know that there's a big thing going on in Salem. Last time I was like, wow, we had people in Newport, so many people across the country making a difference. We got Steve Grimes up there. Oh, God, Steve up there. Steve Gibson, so sorry. Amazing local musician. Apparently he will be playing a little music or maybe just speaking to us, I would suspect. So I'm gonna see if I can find a spokesperson around here to tell us a little bit more about what's going on here. But I will tell you right now that what I know is that at 2 o'clock, everybody is meeting here at the Springfield City Hall. We see people are just kind of pouring in. There are people coming from all over the place. Oh my God. Okay. Am I allowed to do this? I think I just have to. I can't help myself. I love this sign. Okay. This sign says free balls for members of Congress who have lost theirs. And it's got all these beautiful little balls all over it. Looks like a polka dotted sign. Absolutely fabulous. Like the sentiment. Yeah, because what is happening with our representatives that are supposed to be protecting us from this kind of tyranny, right? And I can really relate to that sign. So I feel like I just heard the music stop. I think that's a sign that we will be starting here soon to, the music started again. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. All right, let's see if I can find some folks around here that will give us an interview. On my way here, my granddaughter had some things to say, and we weren't live on the air earlier. So Now that we are officially live on the air on KEPW 97.3 FM at this protest that is a nationwide walkout, government shutdown, calling for no work, no school, no buying of products. In solidarity with Minneapolis and the loss of Alex Preddy, the loss for all of us, for someone who was a hero in our country. And I have to say that I really call him a hero based on some really amazing stuff that was shared this morning that I just got to share. It is so good, and I just want to share this. So give me a second here to see if I can pull up what was said, because it was really, really meaningful. And they basically were describing what I agree with, which is that Nicole Good and Alex Preddy, those are real heroes. Real heroes, right? I mean, these are people who are going out into their community during a time when it's scary and it's real. And I just want to give you guys a chance to hear from the youth, because this is all about the youth. Tell us, Zia, tell us what you think about all these things.
Well, I know that...
Gotta get nice and close to your mouth, because we're getting low volume.
Well, I know that lots of things are coming. And I have friends that are 9, 8... Lots of friends. They're standing up for a reason, and we're fighting for a reason. And it's not a matter of being scared. It's a matter of being there for people, and we're getting this facts and stuff, and we see all these people, and these are the people that stand up for what they want.
Yeah.
And I even have friends that aren't white and are going out and is standing up. Even at my school.
We know people who are really afraid and still participating. You know, dark-skinned people that are showing up here today, like the person who organized this today, Johannes Tadeo. God, what an amazing human doing the good work in our community, you know?
I think that we have to fight for what we want. And if we don't, then this whole community, all that we have gained for, fight for, it's just nothing. Unless we stand up and find where we are. And if we can't stand, then I don't think anyone can. So stand with us, fight with us, do what is right for this country today.
Yeah. So there you go. That's a 9-year-old speaking there. We got a lot of folks coming down the stairs. So many kids here, young people here. They're about to start talking. So let's hear from the organizers.
I don't have anything exciting to say yet, except please take like 5 steps forward, because we have lots more people joining us, and we want to have space for everyone to be able to be here with us. So thank you. Come all the way up, all the way up. Nothing can stop us. We're all the way up. Thank you. Well, maybe not that far. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Brianna. I'll just say we'll get started in about 10 minutes, probably, as people are arriving and stuff. Thank you.
Okay.
June Fothergill.
So we're live on the air here on KEPW LP 97.3 FM, and I want to just give some special thanks to organizers like Jana who's making it happen. Like, look at the people that have showed up today. Thank you, Johannes, for doing that.
No, thank you. I'm one person of many people that helped put this together, and it's so beautiful to be able to see all these incredible people here in solidarity to stand up against ICE. So thank you so much for all the listeners. If you all happen to drive by or see any of the protesters, show some love, some support, and thank you all again for being able to tune into KEPW.
Thank you for being here. And so other folks, there's Rob, so many different people that participate in making this happen, and we're so appreciate all of them. But I just had to say thank you, Johannes, because I knew that he had a big piece of this, and I have so much respect for the work that he does in our community, because putting together protests is only a piece of it. He runs a Latinx after school program for Latinx students. He's helping students find a voice and be able to be heard on KEPW and elsewhere. He's helping them learn about all these things that are so important to learn about. Like, tell us more about that program, Johannes.
Yeah, so I help run a radio station called La Voz Libre, El Radio de la Comunidad. It's a student-run BIPOC radio group. Where a lot of folks in the community, where students from the community want to be able to highlight amazing, beautiful people in our community that shine so much and are these hidden gems, as well as being able to document all these different things that are happening that sometimes don't get documented, and this is our lives. So we want to be able to share that with everybody and be able to build that support. So for folks, I believe it's on Thursdays from 6 to 7. Please tune in to La Voz Libre, El Radio de la Ciudad on KPW. And thank you so much, Jana, for your words and your heart, and for always being there to document all of these events so that folks know what's going on.
Thank you. And another thing that Johannes does in this community is support. He is there supporting our immigrant community like nobody else I personally know, and I'm sure there are others, but I think you are a big part of what is helping people understand more about what's going on, understand how to protect themselves, being there for our students, representing them in their schools, when their parents and the students ask for help to address situations. I mean, so many things you've done for so many years. You want to talk a little bit about that work?
I will at a later time.
Oh,
right now.
It your time?
No, I'm just, I want to practice a couple bit, but
That's fair.
At a later time, I hope that, I can be able to do an interview at KPW to be able to share more of the things that our incredible community has been able to do. Right now, it's about building unity, building voice, and being able to show up. So that's why I encourage everybody to be able to keep showing up and keep creating this change that I know right now it's a difficult time.
All right, thank you. Didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No worries.
I'm going to go find somebody less busy.
Thank you.
How about you, Queet? You have anything to say? Maybe without a face, or I already gave up your name. Oh, crap. Okay, he's not going to say nothing. We'll go somewhere else. Thank you. All right, so we're going to... Oh, so nice so we're live on the air right now, just so you know, but so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Lupe, tell me more about your radio station. Lupe runs a radio station.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, we are our Spanish Regional Mexican FM station here in Lane County. We've been on air for about 9 years, and I am the local Spanish radio host there, and we play a lot of fun music, so hopefully, inviting everybody to tune in.
And what are those call numbers?
KEQB 97.7 FM.
97.7.
Yes.
Boy, all you have to go is just a click away.
Yes.
And we're so close.
Yes. Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. Okay, so we're going to continue to do this live on the air. We're going to just keep working. We're working hard. Will you hold that and tell me that you still hear me? If you quit hearing me, tell me. All right, so we're just making sure we got folks all lined up, paying attention to our tech over here. I'm excited to be ready when they start talking, because I feel like so many wise words come from the stages of these rallies, in my opinion. So I'm just to explain, I'm live covering from Community Radio this protest right here. So we are live on the air at KEPW LP 97.3 FM here at the the Springfield City Hall. And we are watching people just funneling in. There's so many people here. I'm just gonna get a little bit of a better view here so we can show, get kind of a better view of seeing what's going on with the station, and knowing that you can hear from KEPW the words that are being shared at the local rally to you during this important moment in time where people have walked away from work. I know that more than just my husband has, and he did. So I'm sure that we probably got a whole bunch of people who chose to try to be in solidarity with Minneapolis. Tens of thousands are marching in Minneapolis right now. And right here, it started as looking like maybe 100. I would say there's probably 300, at least 200 people here now. It's hard to guess, but I would say between 200 and 300 people are here at the Springfield City Hall right now. They're about to start the rally, and I'm really proud of us for showing up. You know, like, it's not easy, and I know that it's not the best thing for everyone. There's other ways to participate, right? There's other ways to do something, but
hey folks, how y'all doing today?
Ooh, she's loud. Let's see.
How many of you are here because you love your immigrant neighbors? How many of you are here because you stand with Minneapolis? I want to let you all know we have some extra signs over here. Could someone maybe point? There, thank you. Right over here by the benches, we have a pile of signs. If you don't have a sign, I'm seeing some great signs out here. But if you don't have one, please go find one. We're going to start our program in just a couple minutes. Again, please fill in all available space so as more people continue to join us, as we see they are. They have space to come and join us, so please continue to fill in all the available space. I say ice, you say out, ice, 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 ice. I say ice, you say out, ice, 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 ice. I say Trump, you say out, Trump, 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 Trump. I say ice, you say out, ice, 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 Trump, 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 Trump. Thank you.
This is what I've been seeing a lot on the streets of Minneapolis. It is our duty, it is our right. Strike, 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 strike. It is our duty, it is our right.
Strike, 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 strike.
It is our duty, it is our right.
Strike, 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 strike.
It is our duty, it is our right.
Strike, 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 strike.
It is our duty, it is our right.
Strike, 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 strike.
It is our power, it is our right.
Strike, 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 strike.
It is our power, it is our right.
Strike, 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 strike.
All right, we're gonna have to learn this one. All right, we're gonna have to learn this next one a little bit, and then we'll get started. I personally don't do enough Spanish chants. That's on me. So we're gonna learn this one together for my friends. Okay. The chant is, we're not one, we're not 100, we're millions, count us well. That's who's in the street today, millions. Okay? Millions around the country. So we'll go slow at first. No somos uno.
No somos uno.
No somos 100.
No somos 100.
Somos millones.
Somos millones.
Cuentamos bien.
Cuentamos bien.
No somos uno. No somos 100.
No somos 100. No somos 100.
Somos millones. Cuentamos bien.
Somos millones. ¿Cuántos son?
All right, all together. No somos uno. No somos 100. Somos millones. Cuentamos bien. No somos uno. No somos 100. Somos millones. Cuentamos bien. All right, thank you. Woo! All right, thank you all beautiful people for coming out today to stand with Minnesota, stand with Minneapolis, stand against ICE all around this country. I just want to give a summary of what the plan is,
I am
and then we'll get started.
narrating
okay?
the chants occasionally because
So you're
my
here. We're having a rally.
understanding from
It's gonna be
listeners
great.
is they
We have some
cannot
great
always
speakers lined up to
hear
talk
what
about
is being chanted.
their experience,
So by chanting,
the
I
value
am
of the shutdown,
participating
what
in a
the
way
shutdown
just
means,
to
what
make
the
it
strike
clear what's
means,
being said.
what the value is to expand the strike, why we're doing that, and other work that is going on in our community. After the rally, those who are interested, we are having a car caravan, a vehicle procession around Springfield, into Springfield, back down Main Street, into Eugene,
Drone above the
past
crowd.
the Federal Building, through downtown Eugene,
That's what
and
it
over
is.
to the
I don't know how I
fairgrounds.
feel about that.
And we're going to do that together in a unified way. Yeah. But not like so unified like we're one line. That's going to be hard. But we're going to have waves of unity, and we'll all be doing the same thing at approximately the same time, making noise. If you have signs and you're not driving, put them out the window, make the message clear. So we're going to have a car caravan over the event center. People are going around with QR codes and the map of the route that we're taking. Make sure you get one before we go. Otherwise, it's at, yeah. Can you hold that up again, Bob? Okay. And we'll get the short link for you too. Just if you're going on the drive, you should have this before we go. You know, the point of our event today, the point of the drive, in one way is to like express our unity. The way we express our unity is by engaging in these tactics together in a way that keeps everybody safe. And so we have a multi-generational, let's hear all the generations. A multinational, that's all the nations. Crowd today, some are at more risk than others. So we have a plan to stay unified in the tactics that we're doing. We encourage people to engage in those tactics in a unified way for the safety of everyone who is we're all at different levels of risk. We're with this, yeah? Okay. And stay calm. We're going to be driving vehicles. It's going to be loud. It's going to be a little bit raucous, the honking, and there's vehicles. The thing we don't need is like just getting really excited and then there's a crash or something. So the point is we're going to stay calm. There's also guidance when you get the form, the sheet with the route. There's also some guidance about how exactly we're going to go about that. Encourage you to read that as a way to like stay calm in the process. There's no hurry to get over there. We're just going to get there together safely, and we'll have a short rally there, and that'll be good, yeah? And you know, there's also other events going on today. So when we leave here, if you're not driving over, one thing we invite you to do is go down to Main Street. Go stand on Main Street. Meet the caravan as it's coming back through, which will be in a few minutes. There's also a group over at the Federal Building. If that is, you know, if you want to go there instead of on our drive, that's also up to you. So there's a lot of stuff going on today. Choose your own adventure is the, but if you're going to do our thing, please do it with us in a unified way. Okay. What are we doing here today? Minnesota called and we answered. Last Friday was a historic day in United States history. We need to be really clear about this. The total shutdown of a major U.S. city, supported by unions, supported by faith communities, supported by community organizations of all types and stripes, shutting down the entire city, over 100,000 people in the street for a whole day, hasn't happened in the United States in over 80 years. And so from there, the call came out from the students to expand the strike. And well, here we are. Okay? All around the country, there are over 300 events today, cities around the country. We weren't able to totally shut down Eugene and Springfield the way that they did in Minneapolis, right? But we're not going about business as usual. We're building the movement that can shut down the entire country exactly in that way. And the more people are understanding that that's what's needed, is how we're going to get there. So it's an example to follow. Next time that ICE invades any city, the first thing they're going to think is, well, they did this in Minneapolis and they shut it down. So we better shut it down. That's the example that they set with their historic action last Friday. And so we need to be aware of that too, because they talk about Oregon a lot. Yeah, they don't, this is a thing for them. It's real triggering for them, Oregon. So it's if they come here, we need to know this is what we do. This is what Minneapolis did. We follow the example. So, are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready to strike? You gotta understand, this is not normal. The violence we're facing is not normal. The resistance that we're building is not normal. We are responding, the people are responding with their seething anger and their dedication to defending our communities in an extremely not normal way for this country. And we need to be really proud of that and do everything we can to build it bigger and bigger and bigger. And that speaks to everybody out here packing this block today. All of the businesses that shut down in Eugene and Springfield, which at last count was over 60. Businesses exist to be open, to make money. It is not normal that they would shut down. So I think this just speaks to the power of the moment that we're in, that, we didn't even go talk to any of them. They just saw the call. They were like, you know what, that's right. And we shut it down. Okay? And so we'll be publishing the Lane County Immigrant Defense Network. I forgot this part. I'm Rob, by the way. I'm with the Lane County Immigrant Defense Network. You should follow us on Instagram at Lane County Immigrant Defense and other things. But we'll be posting the full list of everyone that we know about who shut down. And if you know about any others, you should let us know, because they should be supported for their decision. But the general strike is an idea whose time has come. And so that's why we're here. That's what we're doing today. So everybody ready? All right. So our first speaker, I want to introduce Crisia Rivas, an organizer with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Give it up, Crisia.
Hi everyone, thank you for being here. My name is Crisia. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story and then share with you some calls to action. In 1983, my parents didn't come to America for opportunity. They came here to survive. They fled a war that U.S. imperialism created. That's right. They fled bombs, poverty, and violence stamped with "Made in the USA." They crossed borders because staying meant death. They came here not just chasing dreams, but chasing life. They wanted their children to be free. But tell me, what kind of freedom is this? Right. Right now in this country, my people are not free. My community members are being detained, kidnapped, disappeared. Families ripped apart at dawn. My neighbors are being killed as they fight to end the deportation machine, murdered in broad daylight. But this administration thinks fear will silence us. Will it? No! They want us to be scared to fight in this, but we are not going to be scared, are we? No! We are angry, we are organized, and we are done with ICE. Right. Look at Minnesota. School teachers defending their students, nurses defending their patients. workers linking arms, joined together to say enough. Today is a historic demonstration of the power of the people, la gente. Today, the whole country is standing with the Twin Cities to call for an end to ICE and Border Patrol's reign of terror against our community, and demand justice for Alex Preddy and all victims of this deadly federal rampage. And we won't be scared to fight this. We have each other, and together we will win. The administration says that ICE is here to detain criminals. I see images of 5-year-old Liam Ramos, and I don't see a criminal. I see my little cousins. I see my little brother. They are not criminals. There are neighbors, there are friends. Children aren't criminals. Immigrants are not criminals. When there are hundreds of thousands of people in the streets all across our nation demanding nothing less than the abolition of ICE, it is a complete betrayal for Democrats to sell us out and write checks to ICE and DHS. Is that okay with us? The only way to truly de-escalate is for ICE, CBP, and all other federal agencies to immediately withdraw from our communities. They need to end this campaign of mass deportations and be defunded completely. We didn't shut down entire cities across this country to buy body cameras for our killers. We need to abolish ICE now. I'll end with this. My dad always says this old proverb, as someone who survived war, crossed borders, and still had to fight just to survive. He says this because he is scared of what might happen if I stand up against ICE. He says, una golondrina no hace verano. One swallow does not a summer make. But we are not one. We are thousands. We are hundreds of thousands. We're millions. We will be heard. Together we will win, and they will not silence us. Solo el pueblo salva al pueblo. Thank you.
No somos uno. No somos bien.
No somos uno.
Let's try again. No somos uno. No somos cien.
No somos uno. No somos cien.
Somos millones. Cuentamos bien.
Somos millones. Cuéntanos bien.
I say ice, you say out. Ice. 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 All right, that's easier. All right. We're going to go to our next speaker. He's a volunteer with Rapid Response Lane County, Latife.
Let's talk about where we are and what time it is. We're living through a moment when immigrants are being hunted, detained, disappeared, murdered. And we know it doesn't stop there. They're also after the judges, the lawyers, the protesters, and the journalists. But this is not just enforcement. This is an industry. It's a pipeline, and that pipeline has two engines: state violence and corporate profit.
Right.
The truth is that cages, raids, transport, surveillance, none of this is free. This is an industry. Contractors profit, private detentions profit, surveillance profits. And the pipeline only grows if we accept it as normal. So today we move from grief to power, from outrage to strategy, from witnessing to collective action. Because dignidad, dignity,
is not a slogan. Dignidad is the baseline. Dignidad means our immigrant neighbors are not disposable. Dignidad means that no one is kidnapped from their home, their job, their check-in, their street, their doctor's appointments.
No one.
We know power doesn't have to look like domination. Real power looks like community. People deciding together that dignidad is non-negotiable, and then we build the structures to defend it. We don't wait for permission. We don't ask for this machine to grow a conscience. And that's why we, people across the country, we, the people, are talking about something bigger than a protest, a national strike. Strike, that's right. A national strike is a collective refusal when working people, students, tenants, consumers, and communities coordinate to withhold what the machine needs to function: our labor, our money, our spending, our compliance. When enough of us stop, the machine cannot pretend that this is business as usual and the pipeline cracks. This is long work, and it does not depend on any one leader. It depends on all of us becoming responsible for each other and for the dignified world that we're bringing into being. We are the midwives in this moment. We're helping to deliver the reconstruction of this country. We take fear and turn it into labor, into breath, into birth, the birth of a country where dignidad is the baseline for all of us. So I'm going to ask for some commitments. After each one, I want a response back for practice, for muscle memory, and for collective rhythm. When I say, do we keep feeding it? You say no. Do we keep feeding it? No. Do we keep feeding it? No. When I say, do we build together? You say, affection, this is not shaming, strategy in defense of immigrants. Because if we say that we want immigrant safety, then we have to stop funding the systems and the corporations that profit from immigrant harm. And we have to build local networks strong enough to protect people when the state comes. If you're willing to end your Amazon Prime account, raise your hand.
Done. Sorry. Oops. Stepped out of my role. Sorry, guys.
Because this machine depends on isolation and convenience. Because massive corporate power doesn't stay neutral. It shapes the world that makes raids possible, detention possible, and disappearance possible. Do we keep feeding it? No. Do we build together? Sí. If you're willing to cut back on the big chains, Target, Walmart, and the corporations that profit off of exploitation, raise your hand. Because the same corporate model that squeezes workers and hollowed out our local economies also fund politicians, contracts, and systems that criminalize immigrants. And then they sell us solutions to manage the chaos they create. Do we keep feeding it? No. Do we build together? Sí. Now, refusal is not enough. The lesson is we replace. We create alternatives that make us harder to control and less dependent, because dignidad requires autonomy. If you commit to buying one thing a week from a local business, a local market maker, bookstore, or restaurant, raise your hand. This is community defense. Local economies are part of immigrant safety, because when money stays local, people are less isolated, relationships are stronger, and support moves faster when someone is targeted. Do we keep feeding it? No. Do we build together? Sí. If you commit to visiting a local bakery or baking for your neighbors,
Raise your hand. Because dignidad is also people being fed, people being cared for, people not being left alone, especially when fear is the point. Do we keep feeding it? No. Do we build together? Sí. If you commit to finding a local farm, joining a CSA, shopping at a farmer's market, or setting up a food exchange in your block, raise your hand. Because when rates increase, people skip work, they skip appointments, they stop driving, they stop shopping. Food security becomes safety. Mutual aid becomes protection. Do we keep feeding it? No. Do we build together? Sí. And I want to tell you what this looks like. When we stop waiting for institutions and start practicing dignity as protection. A couple of us in our block got together and we put out postcards to 35 of the neighbors on our block to say, hey, we want to have a garden party. Are you in? Text us if you are. 25 of the 35 people responded. Now, I know I can reach out to my neighbor for big things, like when neighbors, family members pass away and they need caring, we're there. When I need a cup of sugar, they're there. When we hear the whistles, we will be there.
Right.
And this is what the pipeline is terrified of. Not just the protest, but neighbors who are organized, people who know each other's names, who can move resources fast, people who can show up when someone is targeted. So here's the next commitment. If you're willing to build a block network, a group chat, a porch pantry, a block canvassing event, a whistle distribution event, or even a monthly potluck, raise your hand. If you're willing to learn your neighbors' names, check on the elders, care for your immigrant neighbors, share rides, share food, and show up when someone is being targeted and blow your whistles, raise your hand. Do we keep feeding it? No. Do we build together? Sí. So this is courage, dignidad in motion. Courage is showing up in the street, and courage is changing how you live. It's changing how you interact with your neighbors and how you care for your neighbors. Courage is trading convenience for connection. Courage is refusing to be isolated. Courage is building a world that keeps immigrants safe while we fight the one that profits from their pain. So we don't leave here today with just feelings. Leave with one commitment and leave ready to build. Because when we move together, they cannot disappear us. Chinga la migra and chinga every corporation that profits off of this immigration pipeline. Dignidad, always.
All right, you're listening to me, Jana, interrupting your regular programming here on KEPW LP 97.3 FM with a live broadcast from Springfield, Oregon, where several hundred, probably at least 500 people now are sitting in the plaza outside of City Hall here in Springfield. This is a live broadcast interrupting your regular programming. Oh, and here come the youth.
Hello, everyone.
Woo!
My name is Alex De Luna,
I
and
support
I'm 7
the
years
youth.
old.
Sorry,
and I'm a student here in Springfield. I'm scared. My friends are scared too. But there comes a moment where fear can't just stay inside us anymore. There comes a time when fear has to push us closer together to build courage. And what you see right here today, this is courage. That's right. This is power. That's right. This is what it looks when we use our voices or use to let them be silenced. Especially by politicians who once told me, you can sit here when you grow up, but I don't want to sit there, meaning if I have to be quiet. While the heart of Springfield is being attacked, while our community lives in constant anxiety, while families are being haunted, we are here because lives have been already lost. People like Santo Reyes, who died shortly after being taken in ICE custody. Gerardo Lunas, whose death in detention was ruled a homicide. Ismael Ayala, who died after being held by ICE without unanswered questions. And Alex Preddy and Renee Good, killed during immigration enforcement actions. These are not numbers. These are people. These are families that never got their loved ones back. And recently, a 5-year-old was taken. 5 years old. I think about that kid a lot because I was 5 when I came to the U.S. I remember that fear, coming back to Springfield where I was born, still scared, still looking around, still holding my baby penguin backpack. That backpack is still filled with the last clothes I had from Mexico. And when I think about that 5-year-old, I know that couldn't have been me. My uncle had to sit me down and talk to me about carrying my passport. A kid being told to carry proof that he belongs in the place he was born. And even then, people are still being taken. When I was younger, I didn't understand why things felt different. I used to ask, why did the lady follow us around the store? Why did the man drive by in yellow slur and flipped us off and sped away? Why, when I wore my identity on my clothes, did a school security guard say I looked like a gangster and tell me I could get killed? I was just a kid. And now I see stickers that say Springfield is the place. But too many leaders have chosen silence. Quiet in Springfield. Quiet when our names go unspoken. Quiet while our community is getting targeted. We should be protected. We should be celebrated. Instead, we're ignored. We're not invisible. We're not criminals. We're not disposables. We are students. We are families. We are artists. We are Springfield. We're still here and we will not be quiet. Justice for the ones lost. My generation must speak up and get loud. Thank you.
All right. This is live from Springfield, Oregon. We're here interrupting your programming to share the protest here at the City Hall.
Strike, 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 strike!
Strike, 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 strike!
It is our duty, it is our right! It is our duty, it is our right! I just want to say, Alex mentioned the local leaders not speaking up, not doing a lot. Well, we understand. So today is the day we were striking, we were shutting it down. Good opportunity to not do anything. So we put out a request to both cities, Eugene and Springfield. Close down non-essential offices today. We didn't hear back, but they'll pretend this powerlessness. They'll say, this is federal, this isn't us. Well, you can close down non-essential offices on a day that the nation is shutting down. If you support us, that's what we're asking for, and you can do that. And they didn't. So I just wanted to highlight that. Thank you. Next up, we've got Kai Fireside from Eyes Off Eugene, and candidate for District 7, House Rep, representing Springfield.
Thank you. Why are we here? Solidarity with Minnesota, but also fuck ICE. Yeah. Why Minnesota? Because the tyranny that we have been under for a year was on full display in broad daylight, and we all had to watch multiple video angles of murder in the streets with no justification. Renee and Alex were helpers. They were there on behalf of the community that has lost more people than we can name. They were there because of the brutality that continues to be inflicted on our immigrant neighbors, on our brown neighbors. That injustice continues. Today is about the people we have lost and the people who are afraid to be up here where I'm standing.
That's right. That's right.
I have one parent who is a Mexican immigrant, and I have one parent who is Jewish, and we recognize a Holocaust when we see it.
Right.
We are under attack by a tyrannical federal administration. What do we do when we're under attack? Fight back. That means don't obey in advance. Don't be quiet when you have the right to protest loudly. And don't, as the Eugene mayor suggested, move across the street when you have every right to be at the federal building. Protest while you still can.
I say ice, you say out. Ice, 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 ice. I say Trump, you say out. Trump, 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 out. Okay. Next I want to bring up June Fothergill, the retired pastor from the United Methodist Church. Welcome, June.
Buenas tardes. Good afternoon. Mi corazón está lleno hoy. My heart is full. Estoy triste por las muertes y experiencias de terror en nuestra comunidad, en la nación. I'm sad for the deaths and the experiences of terror in our community and nation. Triste que ICE usa violencia contra nuestros vecinas. Sad that ICE uses violence against our neighbors, men and women. Triste que nuestros vecinos inmigrantes viven con miedo. Sad that many of our immigrant neighbors live with fear. Triste que desde hace muchos años hemos tenido un sistema de inmigración broken. We have a broken immigration system for many, many, many years.
That's right.
Mi corazón también está lleno de gratitud. My heart is also full of gratitude. Gratitude por todos que están aquí, por todos, for all of you. Gratitude por las familias y amigos. Gratitude por los líderes como Johannes y todos los que hablaron, I can't say it right. All the ones that spoke, all those leaders who don't give up.
Yeah.
Que no se dan por vencidos. Gratitude por los negocios, las iglesias, sinagogas y organizaciones que hablan y toman acción por la justicia, la paz, los derechos humanos. Gratitude for those businesses and churches and synagogues and organizations that speak and act for justice and peace and human rights. Soy pastora metodista, una cristiana, pero las acciones de violencia y agresión de ICE en esta administración no es de cristianos. I'm a Christian and Methodist pastor, but the actions of ICE and of this administration is not Christian. Discriminación sobre color o nacionalidad no es de cristianos. Discrimination because of color or nationality is not Christian.
Right.
Como cristiano, yo creo que cada persona tiene valor. Cuando escucho a Cristo, oigo, ama a tus vecinos. Da la bienvenido a extranjero. Ayudo a los pobres. As a Christian, I believe that each person has worth. And I listen to Christ, I hear, love your neighbors. give welcome to the stranger, and help the poor. Pues estoy aquí porque Cristo me llama y Johannes Tadeo me pidió que les hablara. So I'm here today because Christ called me and Johannes Tadeo asked me to come.
That's right.
So now I'm going to like to do a song, but I need your help. I'm not going to try to sing by myself. I'm going to ask my friend here to help me too. Some of you have words for this song. It's to the tune. It's to the tune of. It's a song to the tune. It's a song to the tune of Joshua at the Battle of Jericho. That's spiritual, but the words have changed, and so I will line out the word of one line, and then you can sing it. Then you can sing it with me, or he'll sing it with me. Okay. And the refrain, I love the refrain. The refrain is, the walls come tumbling down. Las paredes se caen. Okay. When I was a stranger, you welcomed me. When I was a stranger, you welcomed me, welcomed me, welcomed me. When I was a stranger, you welcomed me, and the walls come tumbling down. When I was hungry, you fed me. When I was hungry, you fed me, fed me, fed me. When I was hungry, you fed me, and the walls came tumbling down. When I was thirsty, you quenched me. When I was thirsty, you quenched me, quenched me, quenched me. When I was thirsty, you quenched me, and the walls come tumbling down. When I was naked, you clothed me, clothed me, clothed me. When I was naked, you clothed me, and the walls come tumbling down. When I was sick, you tended me. When I was sick, you tended me, tended me, tended me. When I was sick, you tended me, and the walls come tumbling down. When I was a stranger, you welcomed me. When I was a stranger, you welcomed me, welcomed me, welcomed me. When I was a stranger, you welcomed me, and the walls come tumbling down. One more time. And the walls come tumbling down.
I'm gonna walk this way because I heard an ice whistle. I just want to make sure that my family is in a position of being safe. I want to see why we're hearing an ice whistle over here. So we are live on the air here on KEPW in Springfield, Oregon. This is a pretty large protest. We definitely got hundreds of people out here. We got elders, we got kids. But I did hear an ice whistle, which really concerned me, and I just want to make sure as we look this way, we don't see anything escalating.
Immigrants are welcome here, no hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome
It's just asphalt, it's not ice.
no fear.
Okay, good. Okay, well, I wanted to make sure because I don't want to not be paying attention. I have a granddaughter out here somewhere, you know? Okay, well, it sounds like it was a false alarm, so we're going to go back over here. Yeah, interesting, right? So there's not actually anybody here. The whistle was not because of us. So it's good to hear. Happy that that's the truth. We've got a lot of people out here. There's so many people that the entire plaza around the Springfield City Hall is full, and it is overflowed into the parking lot across the street.
No ice in our state. No fear, no hate, no ice in our state.
If you can't hear, they're saying no fear, no hate, no fear, no hate, no ice in our streets. All right, so really happy to hear that there isn't a situation.
We have a de-escalation team, a safety team that's addressing the issue, okay? So let's give our attention
Okay, so I was just a little concerned. We got some family out here. Want to make sure that everything's okay. I'm happy to know that my granddaughter is with the grandfather, so that's safe for her. And her mother's arrived. Her uncle's out here.
All right, we're gonna learn that. La gente unido jamás será vencido. La gente unido jamás será vencido.
So we are here on KEPW LP 97.3 FM, live on the air, interrupting your regular programming to bring you this protest starting in Springfield between 3 and 3:30. They'll be starting a caravan where they will head to Springfield, from Springfield to Eugene.
Gerardo Lunas Campos, Victor Manuel Diaz, and so many others whose names never reached the nation. They lost their lives while under ICE control during enforcement or while detained. Alex Preddy, Renee Nicole Good, they were killed by federal agents in Minnesota and the nation was forced to pay attention. We start by naming them because their lives are the reason why we are all here. We say all their names because every life taken under the system matters. Springfield, this is why we're here. Springfield, this is why we're here. Families are living in fear. Kids are still in cages. This didn't start yesterday and didn't stop because people stopped watching. There is a 5-year-old who was once used as bait to get his father. He is currently sick in a detention center and separated from his father. This could have been your child. Our community is scared and the city stays quiet. Mayor, would you do the same if this was your child? No. Would you stay quiet? No. And if the question makes you feel anything at all, multiply that feeling by 1,000. A recording was shared just days ago of children inside a detention center crying, calling for their parents. Those sounds stay with you if you are a parent. They stay with you if you're an aunt or an uncle. They stay with you if you know those voices could have been yours or your child or someone standing next to you right now. That fear isn't here to break us. It's here to move us toward compassion and community. And to the mayor and city council, you did not just stay quiet. You chose silence over doing what's right. You quote Dr. King about justice, but when justice shows up at your doorstep, you choose silence over standing up for your community. After people were taking, I didn't see a post. I didn't see a memo. I did not see an email saying you stand against this. Your silence tells our community that Springfield is willing to live with ICE taking our neighbors. We expect more from you. Show us through your actions that you share our values. It's not about political alignment anymore. This is about moral alignment. Win or lose your election, we'll remember this moment. We will remember where you stood. We will remember who spoke and who stayed quiet. Leadership is not about ceremonies or photo opportunities. Leadership is about protecting your community when it's afraid. And to everyone here, this is our call. Shut it down. Shut it down. And shut it down when it's needed. Keep showing up. Keep speaking up. Keep building. Build coalitions. Get to know each other. Protect each other. Build not just here, but everywhere you go. Stay safe. I am here because I refuse to stand while people are killed, kidnapped, and while children are kept in cages. I refuse to stay quiet and refuse to let that noise drown me. So let me ask you, what do we do when we're under attack? What do we do when we're under attack? Y por mi gente, es tiempo que los unimos, es tiempo para cambiar nuestra comunidad. Porque aunque los líderes no están haciendo su trabajo, nuestra comunidad es hermoso, es fuerte. Y
Y no nos vamos a dejar que los abusen. Nosotros somos el cambio. La gente unida jamás será vencido. La gente unida jamás será vencido. La gente unida jamás será vencido. Pacáis.
When I say ice, you say out. Ice. 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 When I say Trump, you say out. Trump. 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 La gente unido jamás será vencido. La gente unido jamás será vencido. La gente unido jamás será vencido. Woo! I just want to say we're seeing a lot of community organizers up here today, people doing real work out in the street. This week, Tim Walz, Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota, he's not my friend, but he's okay. Some people like him. He said he wasn't going to run for re-election. And in that speech, he said that there are heroes on the streets who we don't even know their names. Heroes on the streets, we don't even know their names. We know Alex Pretty's name because he was killed. We know Renee Good's name because she was killed. We know the names of over 30 people who were killed in ICE custody last year. And over 9 already this year. People on the streets, heroes on the streets will never know their names. And he said they're never going to run for office, but these leaders brought this administration to their knees this week. So when you see the people coming through here, that's who he's talking about. These are the people, and you are the people that can bring this administration to its knees. And only you, and only us. Shout out. So we have one more speaker, and then we'll come back and just give some direction for getting out of here and getting on the way to the fairgrounds, yeah? So our last speaker is Lupe Andrade with 97.7 La Que Buena. Yeah.
How's everyone doing? Louder! I'm so proud of you guys. Thank you so much to everyone who showed up today. Thank you so much. My name is Lupe Andrade, radio host of La Que Buena. And today we are making history. Yes, Springfield. We are here outside of Springfield City Hall because what is happening in this country is not normal. And it should never be treated as normal. Right. Never. We are here in support with our immigrant families, with our workers, with our students, with our neighbors, and with everyone who believes in dignity, safety, and human rights. Yeah, that's right. In Minnesota, students at the University of Minnesota took the lead and called for an economic blackout. No work, no school, no shopping, to protest against ICE and demand accountability for recent deaths. This courage inspires us. You guys inspire me. I see a lot of young people. I see a lot of students here today, and I'm so proud of you guys. Yes. Because when students stand up, communities organize, and people pay attention. They pay attention, and they will pay attention. This is how movement grows, and this is how change begins. What we're seeing today is not about public safety. It's about fear. They're trying to intimidate us. They're trying to silence us. People punishing our communities for simply existing. Yeah. What ICE is doing is an assault on our Constitution, on our basic rights. We are seeing people targeted because of the color of their skin, because of their accent, because they are daring to exercise their rights. Shame. And today, we refuse to look away, and we refuse to stay silent. We refuse to pretend that this is normal, because it's not. Our families have lived here for years. They work hard. We pay taxes. We raise our children. They build communities. We are not criminals. We are not the enemy. And this has to stop. In recent years, a record of people have died in ICE custody during encounters with federal agents. We're seeing it every day. They're being shot. They're being denied medical care. Some are treated as disposable, like our friend said. We're seeing families violently torn apart. We are seeing children separated from their parents, like Liam Conejo, only 5 years old. Shame on ICE and shame on this administration. We are seeing neighbors who are trying to protect one another being harassed, attacked, and even killed, like Renee Good, like Alex Preddy, and like Keith Porter. And we demand justice for Geraldo Lunas Campos, who was killed while in ICE detention, and for all many others whose names we may never, ever hear. But we have to speak for them, for their families. No one should lose their lives simply because of where they were born. And some people may ask, what is this rally going to change? Is this worth it? Let me tell you, yes. People asked the same question when Martin Luther King marched. They asked when Cesar Chavez organized the farm workers. They asked it when women fought for the right to vote. History teaches us something very clear. Change does not begin in government buildings, clearly.
That's right.
It begins with people. We are here today because silence has never protected our community. Unity has. Our voice matters. Your presence matters. And what we're doing today matters. I'm here because one day I want to look at my grandchildren in the eyes and proudly say and answer them when they ask, what did you do when our people were being targeted? I want to be able to say, I stood up, I showed up, even when it was cold, even when it was raining, even when it was uncomfortable, even when some people said it would not make a difference, because history moves when ordinary people like you and me refuse to stay quiet. And we will not stay quiet. And today we are here for our youth. We are here to teach them that injustice should never be accepted. That no matter the color of your skin, your language, or where you come from, you deserve dignity and protection. We are not asking for special treatment. We're asking for basic human rights. We're asking for our families to be safe, for our children to grow up without fear, for our communities to live without terror. So today, I want to say it clearly and loudly, and I want you to say it with me. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Eyes out of our communities. Eyes out of our communities. Eyes out of our neighborhoods. Eyes out of our neighborhoods. Eyes out of our hospitals. Eyes out of our hospitals. Eyes out of our schools. Eyes out of our schools. Eyes out of our families' lives. Eyes out of our families' lives. Yes, that's beautiful. Sounded beautiful. Enough is enough. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for standing together. Thank you for making history with us. And thank you for proving that courage still lives in our community. ¡Que viva la raza!
Right, you're listening to KEPW LP 97.3 FM in Eugene, but broadcasting from Springfield live at Springfield City Hall, where we have rose
the
to
people
the occasion
united
of
will never be
asking
defeated.
for a shutdown. No school, no work, no buying things.
The people united will never be defeated.
The people united will never be defeated.
It is our duty, it is our right. Strike, 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 strike. It is our duty, it is our right. Strike, 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 strike. It is our power, it is our right.
Strike, 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 strike.
It is our power, it is our right.
Strike, 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 strike.
All right, so.
All right, it was was a beautiful rally, a lot of strong.
We're going to get out of here.
Amazing words.
So
Amazing
as
humans
I said at the
doing
beginning,
their
if you're
very
not
best to
coming on
stand
the
up
drive,
for our country.
there's a
and
few
what
things you
really
can do. One
matters.
is go down to Main Street. There's probably going to be a lot of people who are ready, who want to go hang out on Main Street and be there visible while the caravan's coming through and for everyone else. So that's one option. If you are coming with us, then hopefully you've gotten a QR code with the route. If not, I'm gonna read off the. You can still get it over here. You can still find someone who has it, but there's a short URL that you can link that has the route and some guidance that I'm gonna say out loud, but you don't want to have to remember it, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna say it out loud, but you're not gonna have to remember it. So the URL is bit.ly/Jan30caravan. bit.ly/Jan30caravan. Capital J, I think bit.ly is case sensitive. Capital J, capital J, and 30, capital C, caravan. Okay? So, also you can be connecting with people as you're making it to your vehicle, hopefully getting the QR code. But what is the route? So we're going to head down here to, we're going to go to South A Street, and we're going to go into Springfield. We're going to go to 14th Street, and we're going to turn left on 14th, and up to Centennial, right on Centennial, down to 28th, right on 28th, and down to Main Street, and then right back through here, down Main Street, all the way into Eugene, down Franklin and all the way into Eugene, around Hilliard, onto 6th Street, around the Federal Building. Now, as I said, there are people protesting at the Federal Building. That's another thing you can do if you want to go there and you're not going on the drive. You can go to the Federal Building. But as we're driving by, there will be people there. Feel free to make noise, get some interaction, noise interaction with the people at the Federal Building. We're just going by, but we can say hello. We can make noise. Hello. And I think that's going to be a really great interaction for them as well as for us. And if you're feeling like you want an extra optional adventure, you can circle that block a few times. It's one way, it goes in a circle. Feel free to do that. But then make your way down Pearl Street in Eugene to 11th Avenue in Eugene, to Jefferson Street, left on Jefferson Street, which is right down into the fairgrounds. And any guesses about where we're meeting at the fairgrounds? We're meeting at the ice rink. Or anyway, not directly at the ice rink, but a little further away. We're going to find some parking further away, and we'll gather up there. We'll have a closing event there, and we can still mingle and organize together there. Have a couple more speakers, and then we'll get out of there. Sound good? So make sure you get the QR code. Make some noise on our way, and then I'm going to read a couple of other things that are on that guidance sheet, just so we're clear. We're going to tune to 97.7 La Que Buena on the way. Volume up, windows down. Okay? There are also live updates on KEPW, but the plan is La Que Buena. Turn your headlights and hazard lights on, and we're planning for a safe wave caravan over to the Lane County Event Center. We could do other things, but today we're not doing other things. Today the plan is to stop at the traffic lights, be in waves going over that's going to break us up, but we'll be okay. The plan is to go about 5 miles below the speed limit. We're not in a hurry. We're staying calm. There's no hurry to get there. We're going slow. It'll be split up. That's okay. It's the route. The route is what unites us. So as long as we're all going along the same route, the visibility and the impact of that will be there. And then there are 2 other landmarks other than the Federal Building on the way. There's a True by Hilton on Franklin Boulevard. And there's a Home 2 Suites by Hilton on West 11th Avenue. And as you may know, Hilton is one of the companies that's profiting off of ICE by renting them rooms in Minneapolis. So you may want to make some extra noise as you're going by those landmarks. Of course, it's not the workers' fault, but those companies deserve to know. And then find our group at the event center. We'll be again out by the ice rink, a little further away from the building. Sound good? We're united and we'll never be defeated. We're unido and we jamás será vencido. All right. Thanks everybody for coming. Well, guys. Woo! We'll see you over there.
All right. So that was Springfield, Oregon protest and car caravan, and everybody's getting ready to caravan to Springfield. I would like to go to the federal building, which there was a walkout from a bunch of students that, as I understand it, are now at the federal building in Eugene. And we're going to not necessarily go on the caravan. I haven't decided. We'll see. I'm not going to take you all on the caravan at the very least. That doesn't seem very entertaining. I am thinking that what I want to do is head over and talk a little bit with those people at the federal building. There's definitely some feelings going on, and I think that they are valid feelings. You know, there was some sentiment about why are we not meeting at the place where these atrocities are being committed, and this is where we need to make a stand. And what I did appreciate was that there is a stand being made in more than one location, right? So as much as I really understand and feel like it is true that we need to do something in that space and continue to do something in that space, I do think it is good to have more than one thing happening in our county, multiple locations saying it's not okay, and bringing in people from different places, because some people, it is not for them to go to the Fed. Many people feel like maybe that's not the right place for them. So maybe this is the right place for them. Thousands and thousands of people are standing up all over our state right now. There are thousands of people in many different locations standing up. And right here in Lane County, we got people not only at the federal building, but also here at Springfield City Hall, getting ready to drive through Springfield over to Eugene, to the federal building, and then to the Lane County Fairgrounds. So that is happening, and all at the same time, they are also protesting at the federal building itself. Minneapolis is packed, I hear. I'm getting a word from San Broadway. Thank you so much for sharing. Minneapolis is packed. We already knew that was coming. Minneapolis has so many people last weekend and again this weekend. The people there know what it looks like, and they're trying to warn us because it's coming for us. I mean, what we seen here in Eugene just last week with people getting arrested and tear gassed, that stuff is real. Hey, be nice to the gnome there, little one. Okay. So we have our family here, and we are looking at beginning to migrate somewhere. This is like the real experience. Protests had guns and masks.
Yeah, they're over there right now.
Oh, let's go over there. Okay, so now I knew that something was happening over here, and we didn't go over there because we were trying to follow this other thing, but apparently there were people with masks and guns with an anti-protest across the street. We got the police over here, clearly not focused on the peaceful protests because something else was going on across the street. And I had a feeling, I heard those whistles, I knew that was real, but I wasn't quite sure how to address it. And we got kids. I'm not quite sure how much we want to get in the middle of this with kids, but we are going to come over and just get a view of what these people have to say. So we've got people apparently with weapons across the street from this peaceful protest. This is the kind of energy that is going on over here, and so we're gonna come check it out a little. You know, what blows my mind is just why? Why is it that people think that what's happening is the right thing? Yeah, so they apparently had guns. They have them, and they showed up across the street.
Do you guys need to get to your car?
From the peaceful protest to counter-protest, because somehow there's people that think that they defend the Constitution by having a stand to do all the things that are against the Constitution. I don't quite understand it. It's above my pay grade, probably.
Nothing human is alien to me. Nothing human is alien to me. None of these people who settle in our communities.
So we got.
They're people. Nothing human is alien to me. The moment you see
Were they fucking army crawling under our border? Then how do you think fucking terrorists
there
get
is
in?
nothing immoral intrinsically immigration. Can you tell me what's immoral about it intrinsically?
People trying to talk. So, but what about the people who didn't come illegally, right? That's what we want to know. What about the people who are following the law and being killed? So there's people trying to talk to each other. I think that that is positive. I think it's good for communication, and I hope that, you know, people that are brave enough to stand. This man has a gun strapped to the front of his body, and there is somebody else with a gun in his holster. So we got some interesting, yes, which is legal. It is very legal. The question is, how scary are things getting, right? How scary are things getting when this is where we're at?
Doing this for their live stream. That's all.
So I am live on the air on a local community radio station, and I'm just kind of following this. So I heard what you said. Tell me again, sir, what did you say to this man you seen here?
I'm asking him what's morally wrong naturally about illegal immigration, and I think nothing is wrong with it intrinsically, and I think nothing human is alien to me. And I think every immigrant, illegal or not, deserves the same respect as any other citizen in the United States.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're illegal. I don't care if they're legal. They're human beings to me.
Yeah.
Immigrants
and last
are
time
not illegal. It is a civil offense.
Yeah.
You get shot in the face for jaywalking, that's a civil offense. You can't be illegal on civil offense.
I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona.
They're not criminal. They're not illegal aliens. It's a civil offense. You must commit a crime. Also, you can only commit a crime if you are convicted of a crime. If there's no due process, they can't be illegal because there will never be criminals.
Voice what you guys want to. We have the same way. We have the same rights to come out here and voice what we want to.
So you're not protesting the ICE protest?
Not exactly. We're just protesting. We're mainly out here. Yeah, Second Amendment. America first. Yeah, America first. Yeah. America first.
And so do you think that you as a white person don't have immigrant parents that showed up here?
We're not, I know for a fact I don't have immigrant relatives that snuck underneath the border and came here intentionally illegally.
And what do you think about the people that are trying to go through the process legally like your ancestors did, and they're being detained while they're in the courthouse trying to do the thing they're supposed to be doing? Does that sound...
They should have done it before they got here. Yeah, they should have. They were here illegally.
No, they weren't here illegally. They signed up for the right for asylum, which is something we offer, the same kind of rights that your ancestors were given to be able to show up in America. They showed up here and they're going through the legal process. It's not that they did something illegal. They asked to come. They asked for asylum because the things that America does in other countries is creating unsafe situations for people all over the world.
Oh, it's unsafe everywhere in the world. You're right about that.
Yeah, but do you know that the guns and the bombs that are landing say made in America?
Why should they come legally anyway? What is their moral obligation to come legally?
Go check the stats. The illegal immigrants are raping, beheading,
But what about there's a laundry list of white people doing that too. What I want to know is the question. Please give him a chance to answer me, please.
Yep. 3 million pages.
Sir, can I ask you to please answer me?
What was that?
What about...
I said it before. I don't support Trump. I don't support the left. I don't support the right.
I appreciate that. I'm so appreciating that because I think that we're on the same page,
I'm
sir.
a Roy Burndeed. He got it.
I think we're on the same page, sir. So the question is, what about the people?
I say that I really appreciate that you're able to say that you don't support Trump because a lot of people will not fucking admit it.
Yeah, I used to.
They know that
Trump
they
is full
don't.
of shit
They
now.
know that they don't. And
Absolutely.
they fucking still play this game. We all know who the fuck Trump is.
That's
man.
what's your name?
That right there.
Jake, I'm telling you.
Well, we're trying to talk to each other because I think this is some of the most important things that can happen, right? So the real question is, these people signed up for asylum to try to escape violence. They were brought here they came here legally. They're showing up at their appointments where they're trying to go through a legal process and being arrested and detained. They're changing the rules in the middle and saying people that already came legally are now being denied what they were already given for legal ability to be here. What? Tell me, what are they doing wrong?
No, what's your feeling about that? What's your opinion about that? You have big opinions about everything else.
They're being denied.
Please.
Everybody gets denied from, it's back to square one, I guess. I mean, exactly.
But what do you do if you're in a country where you came
You suck it the fuck
legally,
up and you make your life better. Like,
and then they're trying to do that?
no, in your own fucking country. Stay there and fucking
So if
better
your own
yourself.
country is
Build your own
burning to the
fucking
ground.
country up. Don't come to our country to build it. Try to tear it down.
No, you came to this country. Your forefathers came to
I
this
was born in
country.
this country.
No,
I
your
was born in this-
forefathers. You're
I'm not
only
talking about
here.
ancestors, talking about me and you. You were
Okay.
born here, I was born
So
here.
you're here. I'm here because my ancestors were allowed to come here and begin their life here to make their life better. No, actually it ended. They were leaving. They were leaving. You didn't. I promise you that it was all, everybody finished and left just how they were planning to. I actually showed information about it. So.
Did you talk to the cops? No, I haven't talked to them. Okay.
So I'm just wondering, why did you feel like it was necessary to come here armed today?
Show my Second Amendment right.
She's
Send me-
all on their
why did
live
you feel that you had to come here? Exactly. You got it, my man.
No, I'm just curious.
It's America.
To show your Second Amendment. So
I carry wherever I go.
so if you're
Whether it's
showing
here or
up to
whether I'm
show,
fucking
do
taking
you
a shit,
think that your rights are more important than the rights of other people trying to do what
Illegal
they
things?
think is important?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
No, they're not doing illegal things. When they show up to their court case, you know,
Ma'am,
the thing
we're not
is,
talking about that. I told
We're
you
just going
talking
in
about
circles at this point.
no, I'm just
I told you,
curious.
we're talking
You
about
didn't quite
people
answer, so I
crossing
was
the
just
border
curious.
Illegally. Crossing the
Okay,
border illegally.
but we're in Oregon. We're not at the border where we're dealing with people crossing illegally. We're actually here because a 5-year-old was detained while his father was showing up and going through. He wasn't breaking the law.
I bet his parents were illegal.
And do you think that the 5-year-old deserves to be traumatized and live his life
Absolutely
in
not.
You think that
I
kid
think-
should be in a
I
cage
think-
right now?
I think his parents should have treated him like a person and not got him into that mess. If they stay-
It's not his fault though, but now he's in a cage somewhere.
because of his parents. Yes.
And you think that, no, I think that we could be making different choices though. We could be doing
shouldn't
something
have to.
different.
The parents should be able should be able to make reasonable choices for their children. Yeah, thinking, is this gonna fuck my child?
So did
over
your
in the
parents
long
make
run?
all the right choices, and do you think you should have to pay the price for their choices?
I think they should have made the right choices, and my parents did make the right choices. Yeah.
I'm a parent. I know I didn't make all the right choices,
Hey,
but
But you didn't smuggle your child across the border, or smuggle yourself across the border.
that
and then
child
have a
was
child.
born in the U.S.
Right, exactly. But you didn't cross the border illegally, and then
And
have
do
the
you
child.
know that this guy is illegal? Because there's a lot of people that are being taken that are not
They
illegal.
obviously check if they are a United States.
How do you? That doesn't make sense because we ended up with somebody in El Salvador that was not illegal. Do you think that one person isn't an example of what is probably
Like
there's
you said,
more of?
everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah,
right? Everybody makes mistakes.
But
You make
so
mistakes.
the question is, can we find a way to unite? Can
I
we?
wish. That's why we're here.
That's why
I
we're
wish.
here. We came to
So let's.
America first. I came here with the
So
sign
if
that
you're
said
here to
America
unite,
first.
what can we unite about? What can we believe
America.
in? So
We
you're
are
saying
America.
that.
We
So
all
you're
live in
saying
America.
what Trump is doing is
we should all
wrong.
be
Tell me
together.
more about that. What do
No,
you think he's doing that's wrong?
I just told you. I don't
No,
support
but we are
Trump.
not with
I don't
Trump.
Right, but if you don't support him, what do you think he's doing that's wrong?
I don't support no fucking government. I think all the government. I don't think we should. It's all fucking brainwashed. Yeah.
But you're out here saying that you're standing with your amendment rights as if that part of the government is something you believe in.
Back to the founding fathers. This isn't today's age. Yeah. I'm talking to the founding fucking fathers. Trump didn't make the Second Amendment. Yeah, Trump did not.
Right, but he is definitely threatening your Second Amendment because I promise you, first they come for the immigrants and then they come for everyone else.
That's why we don't like Trump.
So do you think that maybe stopping it before it keeps going, before they're on your doorstep for the thing that you care about matters?
So how do you think we can do that? How do you think
I think that we can all be together on the same side of the street.
I mean, yeah, but what do you mean by that exactly? On the same side of the street?
I mean, we're counter-protesting each other instead of uniting in a situation that seems pretty important.
Like, see that woman over there? Darlin, we had a good 15-minute conversation. She's the sweetest woman I've ever met.
I know, I actually know that woman very well.
Yeah, she's the sweetest woman I've ever met. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, we're here to just conversate.
Which is why I'm asking the questions that I think are important, because I think that for me, it's like we understand that he's going to come for the gun. He's going to come for these other things that we see as our rights as Americans. And if we
they're gonna whittle away the Constitution until you're the last one left.
Absolutely. That's why we're here to show everybody that you have the right to do what we're doing.
And do you want to stand up with us to say that right now we got to stop it before it keeps going and it arrives at your door?
I want my Second Amendment, and I also want
my sign came here
I
saying
want the
America
Constitution.
Yes. My sign came here saying America,
people,
and it was torn
I want
up
the
and
people that are
ripped up by
arrested by our government to have due
But
process that the Constitution.
That's very divisive.
And that's enough. That's enough common ground to come and protest
People
with
got
us.
pretty triggered.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I came
It's
here with a
enough.
sign that said America First, and it got ripped to shreds over it.
What did all of your signs say?
America First. America First. And then.
But what does that mean to you? What does America First mean to you?
If you were born and raised here in America, if you are here legally,
I'm asking
we
because I
shouldn't be
haven't already. I wanna hear
sending
what
all
you're
of our
saying. They're not
tax
gonna
dollars
say
to
it.
Israel. We shouldn't be
I watched
fucking
them walk in.
funding other we should be taking all of our tax dollars and focusing into America. Why are we
all
funding
of our
other countries? Yeah, why are
And do you know that the budget for ICE doing what it's doing is more than entire militaries of entire countries across the world? And do you think that's a wise way to use our money?
I mean, I think it could be used in better places for sure. I mean, but you know, we're not here protesting against money. I mean, it's just America.
Well, money is behind a lot of these things. These people are getting rich on this stuff.
Oh,
That's
I'm
the
sure
thing,
they are, yeah.
right?
And they want us divided.
That is American
Oh yeah,
politics.
oh yeah. The elites want all of us divided, causing this
shut up.
fucking mayhem, so they can come in.
over there
Because that we were
and start
counter-protesting.
that?
Because that was where the
But
group
why?
was. Because that's where the group was.
But why are you counter-protesting?
Because we have the right. Because we have the right.
We're here for
We have the right to
I would
First
love
Amendment.
that, yeah.
If we could what are you
Freedom of speech.
protesting? We're doing the same thing.
deported that are not.
We're here for rights.
Rob Fissette would know a lot of
think
information about that.
It's really important for us to recognize
Together
we're
talk
here,
without
we're
the guns,
exercising
over tea.
a constitutional right to
That'd
the
be
freedom
great.
of speech.
Right,
We're,
right.
we're executing our constitutional right to bear arms.
To assemble.
We can also support our constitutional right to due process, and it doesn't matter what side of an imaginary line you were born on. We're all stuck on this fucking rock together.
Right, so.
And it's a fucking joke.
Oh,
the
absolutely.
brown people versus us is a fucking ploy that they've used for thousands of years. It's not new, it's not novel.
Mm-hmm.
We're on the same fucking side. We don't have to be opposing
Right,
magnets.
exactly. That's what we're trying to come out here.
No, you didn't.
We didn't.
But it doesn't
we
feel like
instantly
you're on
got
the same
attacked
side.
and harassed. Our signs ripped to shreds. Spit at.
Scared people.
I think it scared people, yeah. And
Just
that's-
because you're scared, does that give you the right to attack me? What the fuck is that?
I think that's how
What the
immigrants
fuck
are
is that,
feeling.
America?
That's how immigrants are feeling right now. Did
Exactly, and you guys are gonna go do the same shit. You guys are saying
I
shouldn't be-
personally, just for the record, I was not the one.
To de-escalate things here for just a second. First of all, what's your name?
My name's Tyler.
Tyler, I'm Matt.
Nice to meet you, man.
You too. I'm not Antifa. You can look up my YouTube channel. It's Cousin Matt. My question is, when did your family come to this country?
Born and raised, man.
No. Back before you're not Native American.
I
so I'm
didn't go on
asking-
Ancestry and start fucking digging.
But how much?
immigrants.
Okay, listen. My question is, how much did your ancestors pay to get into this country?
You tell me, man. Shit's changed now. There's inflation.
Shit's changed. There's inflation, man. Why not human compassion? Do you think, have you been to
we're not the
Arizona
government.
or New Mexico? There is tons of land in this country, man. There's tons of land. We are one of the biggest land wealthy countries in the entire world. So my question is, when it costs immigrants thousands or tens of thousands of dollars to come here, why is it okay for people whose family and ancestry weren't born here to say, oh, you've got to pay your way now because the rules have changed
They're not
now?
paying their way though. They're getting funded by the government to live here for free, man. Like I'm working a job and they're getting funded.
Do you realize that
Somalians, man, they're just getting fucking
you do
checked.
know that the reason that they go to people's workplaces is because they're not being
Somalian,
paid.
you want to check? I want to check.
Hey, brother.
Check.
I just wanted to share with you, I
Sorry,
know
what was
so many immigrants I know personally that work very, very hard and are not supported by a government check. So it seems very.
White people who are.
100.
Yeah, there's many white people that are supported, and there's many white criminals going on here. As a matter of fact, there's way more white people. When you look at who's doing the mass shootings, they are almost all white people, because we're talking about crime. We're talking about crime versus people that are working hard, and people are showing up to where they're working and taking them away. So how does that fit the narrative that they're just taking and taking?
Right? Yeah, like if they're here illegally.
But we're not talking about, so we got to move past illegals, because there are way too many people that are being taken that are not, that did not crawl over the border illegally.
This is what I've been trying to say to you that I don't know enough about.
There are the numbers of the number of people that are legally here that are being arrested right now is way more than the illegals.
Here's the thing: is
90% of those people
are being arrested is because they've committed other crimes.
No, they're
Like, a
being
lot of those
arrested.
people are rapists and pedophiles.
It's
And
that
was literally
there's
just recently
definitely
shown off.
in every group there are people.
recently in the news.
Yeah, but
even
sir,
showed
do you
all the
realize
names. They showed
70% have committed no crimes except maybe the misdemeanor of crossing the border.
It's a misdemeanor the first time. The second time they enter illegally is a felony.
Yes.
But 70%
And a lot
of them
70% of them are not in the category you guys are referring to, though.
That's still illegal, and they shouldn't be here. So.
No, they were given asylum and came here legally. What do you, I don't understand what's the gray area?
Asylum only counts if it's through a designated port of entry. If they came over the border by going through the Rio Grande or Southern California, that doesn't count.
But what we have is 70% of the people are not in the they're not in the category you're talking about. So what about the majority of the people that are not in the category of being the illegals that you're pointing at? Does that seem okay to you?
What is this 70%
It's
in a
the-
category of?
It's the category of how many people are not here illegally and are being detained. It's the category of the people that are not doing what you guys are saying your issues are.
If they're not here legally, period, they shouldn't be here.
But no, they are here legally. 70% of them.
Even if they are here legally, if they have committed a crime, then that is grounds for their green cards or their visas to be revoked.
That's not what
They
we're
can just
talking
be kicked
about.
out.
The executive branch has the right to revoke any visa, green card.
We're
or
talking about
naturalized
people that have been wrongfully detained. We're talking about a large amount of these people that are that have been determined as not having done any of the kind of things that you're talking about.
They don't get their constitutional right to due process.
Determined by who?
And what?
Deportation doesn't require due
Deportation is
process.
an administrative process,
Yeah,
not a
it
legal
has
process.
nothing
And do you not believe in due process? Due process says everyone.
The due process is an immigration judge going, deport.
I thought that's
That's the due process.
somebody
That's
just got
literally
shot
it.
while
Like,
open
there is
The
carry,
no
not
executive
going
branch
for
of
it.
the State
carry
Department has the right for
a
you
protest.
to revoke
So at first,
any
I thought you
immigrant's
guys were here
legal
trying
ability to
to
be here,
show
period.
What about U.S. citizens who are being wrongfully detained? Because
So
they're
not committing crimes.
What do you think of that?
The only crime they committed was going to their...
Often though, they're being pulled over there. They're not on their way. They're thrown in prison or detention centers.
Usually because they've also resisted the police or committed a crime, like, you know,
But is that
attacked
their
people,
fault,
thrown
or
rocks
is it the
at
police?
people?
Is it
Why
the
don't you
ICE
join the
fault?
military
Also
if you want to play with guns?
No idea. I just
Yeah, why don't you? Huh? I served
I'm
my
too-
country.
I'm too old to go
I
in the
served my
military.
country.
Yeah.
And I thank you for your service.
I gave an oath to the Constitution.
Yeah.
And fine, Second Amendment. But what are you doing here? Are you just some big shot? Is that what it is?
No, I'm here to
You have
support
an
my
oath to the
side.
Constitution.
Yeah.
This is literally
That's
constitutionally
true.
protected.
But you don't believe in due
So you should be
process?
defending this.
You believe in the Second Amendment, but you don't believe in the other amendment?
Immigration is an executive
Immigration is not meant to bypass the Constitution of the United States. The reason the Constitution of the United States exists is so everyone gets due process, because that's what fairness looks
Is
like.
an immigration judge saying they're deported.
That's
their
not-
due process.
no.
That is their constitutionally required
Immigration
due process.
is
That's how our
a
system works.
administrative
If you don't get to see a judge,
You're not required to in that situation. That's literally an Obama era.
I'm just curious. I'm just curious how you feel about this, because do you think that due process? If you don't think it's right,
I think due
so
process
if
is
the
for
law is enforced, do you think they should be arresting the president who has broken many laws that and violated the Constitution?
Such as?
Let the judicial branch take care of it.
Yeah.
Well,
That's their job.
they are trying, and he is actually in contempt.
No, he's not.
Of what?
Yes, he is.
Of where?
He's in contempt of releasing the Epstein files, for one thing.
That's not on him. That's
No,
on Congress.
actually, there's hundreds and thousands of files.
They released thousands today.
The Department of Justice.
DOJ, guys. If you're going to talk government, understand it. I could sit here and throw 5 questions at you and figure out your total knowledge of the U.S. government and how ignorant you are. You want to play the game?
It sounds like you're projecting.
Do you want to play the game? Yes or
Sure,
no?
why not?
Do you want to play the game? Name the 3 branches of government.
Executive, judicial, and Congress.
Now, how many
Wait. Executive, judicial, and Congress.
The legislative branch.
Thank you.
How many Federalist Papers exist? Who wrote them and why?
I don't know. I don't care.
Well, gentlemen,
Why?
that's the heart
Don't
of the
you care?
Constitution. It's the actual intellectual argument for the Constitution.
Federalist
you don't know what
papers
you're talking
don't
about.
mean anything ever since the Constitution
You don't.
got
You're
put
too
in-
young and
into action.
uneducated to
The
understand
Federalist
what I'm
papers
talking
don't mean anything.
Gentlemen, you're just
Like,
pissing
it
in
literally
the air.
doesn't
You have
mean
no
anything.
idea what you're talking
What
about.
are the other questions? Just curious.
Oh, other questions.
I'd probably
All
say
right,
yes.
who's the 16th president?
16th president was Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, that's very good.
The tyrant.
How many terms did FDR serve?
About the way you go about.
Who was the president after him?
4 terms? I don't think that's even legal.
No,
was
Oh.
after him.
Truman. Wilson was.
Oh.
It was no
Okay.
longer.
I'm like, what?
What day was Kennedy shot?
Okay.
U.S. history. You should care.
I don't care.
But U.S. history for just one singular president, like
Yeah,
that's happened a bunch of
changing the
times.
course of the 20th century, but you're still not asking questions. You've already proved to me you don't know what you're talking about. We're
That
done.
has nothing to do with anything we're
I don't
talking
need to talk
about.
to you anymore. We're done. You can talk to her. Go ahead.
You're literally.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of things either. I just know what's moral.
You don't know. So.
Everybody
Get
knows
together
what
with
to
those
do.
guys with people who could
I would-
really explain.
Yeah, I would love to have a moment where, yeah, we should have a conversation with people that are much more educated than me, that understand the numbers you're asking about, understand what your concerns are, and can express the concerns from the other side of the aisle, because I think we're really both care about our country. I think we're both out here because we care, right? And so figuring out where that moral compass belongs seems really important for our country right now. I went to school to be a paralegal when I was 17, and what I came to understand was we have a country built on a set of moral beliefs, and these laws are in line with some moral beliefs. And if what happens in the end is immorality, if we start taking children and putting them in cages because their father must have done something wrong, and so what we're doing is somehow right.
You know Obama started that, right?
I don't think he started it. It actually happened long before him.
It wasn't right then.
It wasn't right then. So this is so interesting how they get us divided, Democrats, Republicans. I think the whole system is really messed up, and I think most of us agree. The whole system is really messed up. So how do we stop it?
That is the question, isn't it?
And I think unification, sharing our beliefs, understanding the big picture is probably the first step.
The problem is the government wants us divided.
Right.
Exactly. You know it. I'm with you.
And most of it's at the behest of Israel.
If we meet with Tyler, do you want to meet and chat another time?
This is live on a radio station, by the way. I may not have mentioned that. We're live on a community radio station here in town, and I am.
I hope I haven't sworn. I don't want to get.
Oh man, we are so past that.
If we meet with Tyler, do you
But we would love to invite you.
I'm more than willing to
Should I get your contact info?
Why do you not feel comfortable showing your family?
Ask your comments.
Why do you want to give me your contact info, or do you want to get in touch with Tyler?
Just coordinate through time.
And also,
What's your
y'all
name?
did.
What's
that?
ICE has been targeting
John.
you have the good words. You guys have
And y'all have been targeting individuals on our side.
I have not been targeting. I'm asking the person with you.
So these got some really young people that just showed up. I'm live on the radio here at Community Radio, KEPW 97.3 FM. Why did you guys come over? What are you guys feeling?
Because I want to know why if they're going to stick up for something, why they don't have the confidence to stick up for it and show their face. Why they need guns. And why they have huge guns strapped to their chest and another gun.
Okay, so first question. Will you answer the first question? Yeah, sure. She's wondering why you feel like you don't want to show your face.
Because I don't want to be targeted. And on top of that,
But you're okay with people being targeted from ICE agents?
if they're here illegally,
And
yes.
little kids being murdered by ICE agents.
What about
No
the U.S.
children have been
citizens
murdered by
being
ICE.
targeted by
Oh yeah,
ICE?
there are definitely kids that are dying in those cages.
Yes, there are, and I have
The
seen
Obama
videos
era
of
cages,
it.
Wouldn't get her
yes.
diabetes.
No, they're the cages that many presidents have allowed to happen, including the one now. And if he was doing the right thing, he would have ended it. So we can't blame it on Obama because we're now in the here and now, right? And the here and now says we have choices. And if it was Obama's fault, we could change it right
I don't
now.
want to ask y'all's names.
We could.
That's why
I'm Jana. I'm Jana.
Okay, I don't want
I'm
to know.
Jana.
That's okay.
I chose not to cover my face because I'm already a goner. I've already said that I really believe enough in the wrongness of what's going on in our communities and to people because they're human, not because they're illegal, but because they're human, and that I believe due process, as far as I understand it, is in the Constitution and does not say you have to be an American citizen to get it. And so these are the things that I believe in. And I don't think immigration can make rules to change my constitutional rights because those rights were made by our forefathers for a very important reason.
You know, when the forefathers founded this country, the only people allowed to be citizens were white people.
Yeah, and only white men were allowed to own land. And I have a friend that is at a protest today that wasn't allowed to buy she couldn't even open a bank account when she graduated school without a man signing for it. That's how recent these things have been that we worked really hard to change, that this administration has made it very clear they want to reverse.
I want to ask the other guy.
Back then, when women couldn't own bank accounts, they also could not accrue debt. All debt they accrued was on their husband.
Yeah.
And do you think they wanted that? Do you think they stood in the streets and protested and said they wanted to be treated like equals because that was what they thought was the fairness?
I mean, some women did counter-protest.
Yeah, the vast
I believe that, but clearly,
of anti-suffragettes were women.
right, but clearly, many of them, the majority of them pushed and fought for the right to be treated equal. And I have to say, as a woman, I would be disgusted if my country were to say that I did not have the same rights as the man sitting next to me. And I believe this country was founded on slavery. It killed the people that lived here in order to take it over.
That's every civil
All of these, yeah, but we took slavery to the worst levels in history.
I would say that
No, I can promise you, I've read some stuff.
People. We didn't really do that super.
No,
that
we.
was a few weird people, but like.
I mean, when you lynch and gut pregnant mothers in the street,
like yeah, that
and
happened.
that
also
actually happened
over in the Arab states.
But who cares what they're doing? We care about America. That's why we're here, right?
Well, the thing is we don't have slavery today but the majority of the world still has slavery in some form.
Yeah.
Do you think you're not an economic slave?
We all are.
Well, then slavery may have a different face today, but slavery exists in this country almost worse than ever. The only difference is they've convinced you.
They want to answer their question.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
They convinced you that that is a justice center.
Just because it says it doesn't mean justice is happening there. As a matter of fact, the lack of slavery today is because of people standing up like people were coming out here today to do. The people standing up and saying things are wrong.
No, I absolutely support the abolition of slavery. Slavery is a bad thing.
They're back to answer.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to take over there. It's hard not to get riled up.
Oh, no, it's perfectly fine.
Here, go ahead.
Why do you feel the need that you have to have a big gun
Well,
for this?
I will answer it like this. The primary reason I came out here with a rifle today is because people I voted for and people that the person I voted for put into his position said that you can't carry a firearm at a protest. So I'm here protesting against that, in particular with my guns.
So you're not you're not protesting against ICE?
Partially.
Oh, you're saying because Trump said you can't have guns at protests. You said
Him and Kash Patel both said that.
And you're like,
and
which is not legally
I'm pretty sure Kristi Noem had something to say about it too.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
When
I think that's a valid point.
I think that is, this is really interesting because I think showing up.
Was allowed to carry.
We were content to just stand across the street with our signs.
Well, it's scary. People show up with guns. People are like, woo.
Well, I mean, the police showed up and nobody.
Oh, the horn, yeah.
That's what brought people over because he was trying to drown out other stuff. If the horn wasn't going, I don't.
Yeah, they were being rude. They absolutely. They were
that
being
wasn't
rude.
you guys?
No, that was the old couple behind us in a car. No, we're parked down the street.
They brought all the energy over
Interesting.
there by honking the
So you
horn.
guys are here to protest the right to have guns at the protest?
Partially, yes.
What is the other piece? We're all on the same page at least.
Well, we are here in support of ICE's overall mission. I don't support the way they're doing a lot of things.
That's really good to hear.
I absolutely don't.
I'm really glad to hear that.
Me too.
I believe
that are happening are obviously abuses and bad.
Thank you.
I believe that both sides are doing dumb shit that they shouldn't be doing. Like, if you're going to carry a firearm, don't get into altercations with people if you can help it.
Like that's one
Carrying
of the main
a fire-
things about gun safety.
Rights come with responsibilities. If you're going to carry a firearm, you have a responsibility to not get into an altercation if at all possible.
You do realize how the altercation started. If you were there with your firearm and you seen a woman pushed to the ground and you were an ICU nurse, maybe you would just out of instinctually you would try to help that person.
One thing, he wasn't an ICU nurse anymore. They had actually fired him because of how terrible he was to his patients. And that's confirmed by the hospital that he worked for and his family.
So
Which
I
is
don't
unfortunate. It is unfortunate.
But you know why
he was not a nice guy.
So interesting.
That's kind of irrelevant, right? Whether or not you're a nice
when
guy.
people are trying to claim that he was just an ICU nurse, whenever
Okay,
he wasn't.
so let's remove the ICU nurse part.
You're right. It shouldn't
As
mean
a
anything,
human.
But then again, y'all were the ones bringing up that he was
Okay,
an
you're
ICU
right,
nurse.
and I may be unaware. You're probably filling me in about something I don't know.
ICU nurse, he was a terrible
That
one
is-
because he got
well, it's
fired.
past tense. It was my
Exactly.
fault.
He was
I'm
a
arguing
terrible ICU
semantics.
nurse, so it just makes it even worse.
So just a question though. So let's erase him as an ICU nurse. Let's say you're just a human and you see a woman pushed down in front of you and you're the person who's instinctually going to try to help somebody. Do you think he deserved what happened to him?
I don't think he deserved what happened to him, no. Absolutely not.
And so what do we do about it?
I think that both sides should stop escalating because it's going to be tit for tat. The instigators are going to go higher. The federal government's going to go higher. And it doesn't help that the government on both sides of the political party are at odds with each other in this area. Because you don't see this happening in the majority of the country. It's specifically
Wait,
Minnesota.
what happening? Oh no, in Eugene, people were just arrested and there were tear bombs and bullets, Weber bullets.
Yeah, outside the federal building, yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the wide citywide spread.
Well, there's people in LA that have been killed too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's it's happening all over the country.
Yes, it is. But it's concentrated on Minneapolis.
That's because they created a war zone there intentionally. They brought the military in such a big way that the people in the city can't even ignore how wrong it is that they feel like they've been invaded by their own country.
Well, they had to bring in the military.
Well, they
because
didn't bring
the police wouldn't help. So
It's a very heavy-handed approach, though.
I do agree.
well, when the
And
local
some-
and state police won't do anything to help, you've got to
they were
enforce the law
told to stand
somehow.
down and not help.
And it is the law.
But no, wait.
Government can de-escalate. They can help de-escalate.
I think they should. Absolutely. I think everybody on every side should de-escalate. We're all Americans at the end of the day.
What,
Do you-
what they're doing in Minnesota is extremely intentional. They know exactly what they're doing. They've had hundreds of years to practice the psychological warfare that they execute on American citizens. What they're doing is on purpose. They know that it's stoking the flames of fear.
Either side.
Hey, Tex.
See.
Did you have to do the Form 4? Did you do it last year or this year?
I did it last year. No, 2023.
Okay. So you're pretty peeved that you had to pay the tax stamp? Or?
Back then, that's just how it was.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, I've got an SBR. I'm on now. I wish I could. And I know they wouldn't give it. They already steal enough of my money.
I just wonder if our kids are gonna have a safe future if it's worth blocking a sidewalk for. That's all. And you know what? I have a lot of respect for you, dude, because you seem like you're analyzing the situation and you're not just saying everything is okay because this is what is being fed in the news that should be okay.
Yeah.
So I really do appreciate that. And I guess I'm just like, I feel like somehow we got to bridge the gap. We got to be able to have the people show up and stand up for their Second Amendment right and say, and this is interesting, you believe it's okay that they killed him, but that he should have been able to show up with that gun.
Legally, it's a good shoot. Morally, I would say it's rather blurry. Because the main instigator of that shooting was the fact that his handgun negligently discharged. That's the biggest part of it.
Where did you? No, that's not true.
It's a SIG P320.
It's just conjecture. We don't. There's no way to verify that.
Evidence?
All the information I've heard says it.
There's no way to prove
So
it.
you're saying
I agree. It could
the
be.
officer grabbed his
Yeah,
gun
but
from his
you can't
waistband,
tell if
that's
it's
when the negligent
intentional or on
discharge happened?
accident.
I believe it was when he was walking away with it, and I do believe
you can
that
see it getting
he
discharged.
should have communicated to his teammates that he had disarmed.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah, he just sort of slid
Okay.
out.
So
like-
and then the gun
you
went
guys
off.
do not agree that Alex Peretti deserved to be shot?
No,
Okay.
I don't believe he deserved to be shot. I believe there were poor decisions made on both sides that led to it.
Do you think that what's happening in our country right now is leading us toward something that could really affect everyone's constitutional rights? Both your second, because I was reading and we've got like the Second, the Fourth, the Sixth, the Emoluments Clause, and Article 1 are all things. You were asking me what I thought Trump is guilty of. Those are the constitutional things that people believe he has broken. And I think there's one more, but I don't want to say it because I'm not positive. And I have like this real concern, and I think that many of us do, and it's the reason we're showing up, that what we're struggling with is a situation where people's rights are being taken and the safety nets for all communities are being stripped and the Constitution is being challenged.
Of course.
And in my view, the things in the past that have managed to turn things around when it seems like they need to be turned around, such as the abolition stuff, came with people standing up, getting in the street, saying this isn't okay, talking with each other.
We fought a whole war over that. But I have a
Well, it was about a lot more than slavery, but
Well, yeah, it was a whole array of things.
a lot of it was fear. A lot of it was fear because people believed that without slaves, our economy would collapse. But what really happened is we got rid of the slaves and it opened up the playing field for entrepreneurs to fill that space and become people that actually were paid to do the things that we were enslaving people to do. And yeah, go ahead.
I do believe that even if we hadn't fought a civil war, the Industrial Revolution would have made slavery obsolete anyway.
Russia becomes more empowered.
Like having slaves at a factory.
And do you think women would have got the right to vote too without standing up and saying that they felt it was not right for them not to have that right?
If they hadn't have stood up, they wouldn't have gotten it.
So if you see the Constitution being violated by your own president, do you think it might be an appropriate moment for us all to stand together?
Should be working to get all the homeless off the streets,
Yeah,
get them housing,
I would say so.
not
But
give these illegal immigrants
I believe
free
that
housing,
if there's any
all these
questions
Somalians
on
get
whether
free
anybody's
housing,
rights
all
are
there's
being
lines of homeless people on the
stepped on or
streets, like,
anything,
they were
it
the
should be
ones born
adjudicated
here.
through the
They were the
courts.
ones raised here. Why aren't
But
they
the
getting
thing
help
is,
that
though,
they
is
need? But these
even the
people that
courts are
didn't grow
divided.
up here and contribute
And
to society
the
here
federal
are just
government
getting it handed.
wants us divided.
Exactly.
There is no left and right.
And if there's no due process, there's no court.
Well, if an American citizen gets arrested, he's going to.
You don't know if they're an American citizen if there's no due process.
Yeah, you have to have
why-
due process
that's why-
first.
That's one of my biggest issues.
I mean, the first
is you can't spirit anyone off of my fucking streets and make them disappear to a third world country.
I mean, if they're from the third world country.
No, you don't know. You have to have
How
due
do-
process.
Because you have to have due process first before you know where they're
Otherwise,
from.
it's
You have to
Part
know.
of that due process is the officer asking you, do you have identification? No? Okay, you go to ICE.
I don't have my identification on me right now. Do I belong taken away?
I mean,
And
if
do
you
you
could not- if
think
you could not
that what
identify
happened in
yourself
Nazi
to
Germany
those,
is okay? Because that's how it started. You had to have your papers, and if you did not have your
most
papers,
people have to have their ID with
then
them. for the most part.
You're legally required to carry your ID.
And it's a real kicker because if it's about crime and it's about rapists and murderers, our prison industrial complex loves those motherfuckers.
That's why those places
they
have all been
love
ordered
them.
to surrender
So
their
why
illegal
would we want to
to the
send
federal
them
agencies.
to be loose on the streets somewhere else on the other side of imaginary line when we have a prison industrial complex with people that run through due process?
It's not our problem.
if you take
They make money. It's
and are you not a human on planet Earth? Do you care about more than this country?
I care more about here than somewhere all the way across the world.
My point
Then-
really has much of an effect on me.
I'm not a politician.
Send them across the border.
Yeah, I'm not a politician either. I'm just human, and I care about people everywhere.
I care about them everywhere too, but I care more about what's going on in my country than I do about other people's country because I can't do anything for those people.
Makes money.
There's nothing I can do for those people.
Well, actually, you can because what we do in this country, I go to some other countries, and the guns that are showing up in the Caribbean for years and years and years have been provided by this country. So what we choose to do here affects the whole world. And the fact that people are escaping, the fact that people are trying to escape the repercussions of the actions of what our country is doing does make it our problem, in my opinion.
Well, that's why they killed JFK. He was trying to dissolve the CIA. That's why they killed him.
And
the CIA
and
is one
just
of
for the
biggest reasons
record,
why we have so many
do
problems.
you think that the rights being eroded for as long as they have been are intentionally setting us up for the process of not having all the rights that we believe that we should have? Like,
That is the playbook.
It's absolutely a possibility, 100%.
It is.
So we're living in a situation where we already have had these laws built to oppress people, and yet we're pointing at oppressed people and saying that it's okay because the law says it's okay. It was okay when we did it to black people because the law said it was okay. It was okay when we were the way we were about women's rights because the law said it was okay. It was okay for us to create the Trail of Tears and kill all the people that lived on the land before we even arrived because the law said it was okay. So the problem is that laws are made because of morals. And if in the end you stand by the laws, but you don't stand behind what is wrong, if the result is immoral, something has been lost in translation, don't you think?
Yes, I do.
Then what do we do? What do we do? Like, because I want to know, because I wonder if you showed up because you wanted to care about this, how do we unite? How do we say what's happening is wrong and somehow we got to figure out a way to change it? Because it seems like the only way we'll do it is if we unite and we stop dividing ourselves like this.
That makes sense. Yeah, I don't know.
Me either. Me either, but I did make a list. Some of these things I think you'd agree with. Emergency preparedness?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I think that it is so important in so many ways for us to find the things that we agree on and change things before the things we don't agree on escalate to a place where you can't say, I'm okay with this piece because the whole is so wrong that a little piece at a time we let it happen until we're so deep we don't have the right to show up with our Second Amendments intact. I'm really concerned, you guys, and I'm truly believe that we've got to find a way. And I think that the divide isn't as much as we might think it is. Even this conversation today convinces me that's true.
I think that both sides can agree on a lot of things. It's just one of the major problems is both sides have agitators that don't want that.
So we have to live past that.
Yeah. That's why I disavow rioting from my side of the political spectrum. Absolutely.
Well, rioting is not my not my tactic. I think that nobody here that showed up today believed in rioting. I think that this protest and every protest I've been in since I got involved during the Occupy movement, because I believe corporate greed is making it so that we have real problems. That's when I got activated, and every protest I've ever been at was not people trying to start a riot. I'm not saying that there aren't people that do. I think some people feel like they don't have any choice but to get angry and lash out.
Oh, I agree. There's just the problem with Occupy is it got co-opted by people who were violent.
Well, I lived in Occupy. I was one of the last people to leave the space in Eugene.
I remember Occupy being under Jefferson Street Bridge.
Yeah, and I followed that story until the last veteran left that space. And so I'm really positive of what happened to Occupy in the experience I personally had was not co-opted by violence.
Parts of it
was. Well, no.
In places.
In places. I'm talking about, I can't speak to what happened anywhere, but what I witnessed.
I know here it didn't get violent. It got violent in Portland.
But people, because everybody's different. Some people think that, well, it's easy to say those people.
Going into the harbor is perfectly okay.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And some people believe that they have to show up and defend their democracy in any way that they possibly can.
One of the
and
things
I
that
have
I've
to
learned in my professional
believe
life
in that.
Is sometimes a wrench going into the engine and causing damage will make management see that something was wrong to begin with. And I think a lot of people use those violent kinds of riots, protests, in the same manner that if there's a big enough wrench in the engine, that management will truly understand. Not that I'm excusing their actions, but I understand it.
I understand it too, and I see where you're coming from. I disagree.
And maybe they have to face the consequences of their actions.
Which a lot of them do.
And many of them
they find out who they
purposely,
are,
when you talk about valve turners, those people know what they're doing when they try to stop what they believe is causing what will be the ultimate demise of our planet, and they know they're gonna be arrested, they know they're gonna be taken to jail, and they're willing to make that sacrifice. And I think that is meaningful. That may not be my choice, and that's what I learned about Occupy, diversity of tactics. I believe in peaceful protest. It seems like you do too. And so the idea is that's our tactic. But if you really want things to change, you have to be okay with the other guy that says, this is my tactic, and then pays the price for his choices.
I believe that on either side, if people are going to get violent, other people are going to get violent.
That is true.
It's always going to be tit for tat. Always.
So that's the problem with ICE. They're getting very violent.
Yes.
And now what's happening? It's being met by somebody that's...
But Minneapolis is tit for tat. It's like, they escalate, ICE escalates. It's going to keep escalating until, I mean...
And do you think our government should choose to de-escalate?
I mean, yeah.
Somebody's got it. Right? Somebody's got it, right?
I mean, they should always seek to de-escalate. But
I mean, just the other night, Tim Walz activated the Minnesota State Patrol in Minneapolis, and things have been cooling down there.
Yeah.
Well, no, they cooled down because the federal government chose to remove people that were walking through that city resembling Nazis. I was like, holy crap, when I seen it.
I was like,
fuck,
yes.
And so do you think that that's the right way to create change?
Honestly,
I do agree with Greg Bovino getting...
I must not be biting because I'm really just curious why you would think that. Why would you want to rage bait?
Because you're falling for it. That's why.
Oh, am I really? When I ask you a question, do I feel like I'm being rageful?
I mean, a little bit, yeah.
I'm frustrated because you seem like a wonderful young man, and I believe in people like you being able to turn things around because I think you believe in your Second Amendment rights.
Absolutely.
And I think that if you have a president who is willing to give up due process and so many other constitutional rights, you will probably find the rights you care about next in line. Because I can promise you that if they're feeling like somebody is pushing back using their Second Amendment rights, that's the next thing they will want to take.
Good thing.
Don't you think so?
I mean,
and how do you think we'll prevent it?
I'll die behind this rifle. That's all I got. If I die, so be it. I'll die behind this rifle.
Do you think Alex Preddy maybe felt that way too?
If he did, then give it to him. I mean, I'll die behind this. If he wants to die behind his.
I mean, when I walked over here and I was like, I had no idea what I was walking into. I was like, man, I could die today.
The same way you're willing to die about your beliefs. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then the real question is, how do we find the common ground? Because I have a feeling when you say you don't believe in this administration, that we have more common ground than either of us know.
That will be the common ground, because I believe that soon there will be a massive conflict just between the government alone and us civilians.
And do you think
that's what's going to unite us?
Do you think that's starting possibly in Minneapolis? I mean, is it possible?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So then, is there a reason that an entire in 80 years they have never had the kind of shutdown that just happened, where the hospitals, the faith community, the schools, all of these things shut down? Do you think that they're doing that because they think that they are protecting themselves from something that is not okay?
I mean, that must be, right?
And then the rest of us are standing up in solidarity. I mean, millions of people right now today are standing up in solidarity with their effort. I think this might be your moment, dude. It might be your moment. And if you recognize the moment when it arrives, you can be sure to be on the right side of history.
Absolutely, yeah. I agree with you. I agree. You know, we all agree on some things. We'll have our disagreements, but
the most important parts are I think, evident. And I think that we just got to be careful, because the things we disagree on are dividing us.
And that's another thing. There's like the media and just everything's so suppressed. We don't know what the truth is about anything nowadays. Like that's another thing that divides us so much, because we don't know what's bullshit, what's real. Like it's all bullshit.
So how do we figure it out?
Exactly. We don't. We just wait, and that's why I say civil war is
I think that educating ourselves and really making the choice to find things that aren't necessarily easily, thank you, finding ways to learn the truth from multiple sources and really study because they do have evidence that they're figuring out how to identify things that aren't real.
So then my question is, what do we do when we do know the truth? What can we do?
Well, what we just did was gather in this parking lot over
Yeah,
here.
but what does that like really do? That's
I'll tell you what it does, because that's a really good question. It creates opportunities for people like me and you to have a conversation.
I mean, that's true. Yeah.
Okay? It creates opportunities for you to connect with somebody in your community that might have information that you can source and know it's real, so that you really can figure out what is true. And that is more important than ever right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we all need to unite and just share our differences and figure it out. There's too much fighting and just rivals against us that we all need to just come together and stick for what's right.
I really believe it's true, and I think we can find it. Like, just having this conversation with you guys, I had no idea the reason you showed up here was because you believe people should be able to bring their gun to a protest without getting murdered.
So yeah, I feel like every one of you guys should be armed to the teeth on that sidewalk when you guys are protesting, to be able to defend yourselves from tyranny, from other people. The Second Amendment is based off tyranny, is based off of elites coming and doing what's wrong to us.
You do realize that when this government is ready, they're not going to send a human. You're not going to be fighting that gun with another human. There's going to be a drone in the air that you can't even freaking shoot at hardly.
Well, I have a shotgun. You see, a shotgun, you can have birdshot loads and it spreads. So like,
You don't know much about guns then.
Oh, I do. I know.
What's the range on a shotgun?
It fucking varies. Depends on the load, high brass, low brass. If you're using slugs,
Okay, do you know
double
the
aught
average
buck.
height of a drone that's surveilling you?
It's fucking
not gonna be
however
anywhere
high
in the
they
range
want.
of a
He's talking
shotgun.
about a drone killing us. Like they're not if they're killing us, they've got to be a little closer.
Do you want to go with me, Zia? Go get in Grandpa's car.
I don't believe you.
So what he's saying, you understand what he's saying? Because when bombs get dropped, they're not within gun range.
Those guns are not going to do anything for you, man. I don't care what kind of shotgun you
They
have.
will, dude. You think just guns are going to be irrelevant when shit hits the fan?
I
No.
don't think guns are going to be irrelevant, but I think against a drone, a gun is
Well,
actually
what makes you think it's just going to be
not
pure fucking drone warfare?
Because that's where they're moving, and they've done it on purpose because they know that they don't have to give up a life when they come after you.
all those drones that were being seen.
Dude, there's drones fucking. Have you seen China's drones? Dude, fuck, man.
But why do we have to
You
point
see
at
the
other
drone
people?
shows in China?
I think if we're caring about what is about America,
I'm asking you a question about something, and you're going on. You're trying to argue with me. by
No,
bringing
no,
something
because you
else up.
start off with, oh, you don't know shit about guns. Dude, you have no fucking idea, bro. My life is dedicated to firearms. Why do you think I'm here protesting my Second Amendment
right? But
right?
what he's trying to say,
Protesting your Second Amendment right against, man. I'm here to protect your Second Amendment right. I agree with your.
You
Second
ain't
Amendment
protecting
rights.
shit, dog. I'm gonna be real.
Said the
I'm
other
gonna
guys
be
here.
real,
Okay,
dog. You ain't protecting a fucking thing. Dog. Oh my god. That's
it's
why I
an
have to go-
interesting
so I can
thing.
protect
You know,
my-
I lived
like
in
being my
Alaska for a
own
long
first
time,
responder.
so
Where we going?
the mindset around guns is interesting, and I get that.
They have Mexican
I just want to ask you again, brother. So my understanding about these drones is that they will come so far ahead above us that they won't be. You won't be able.
It's understandable. I mean,
Oh, I have a station ID. Sorry, being reminded by my. Thank you, Sam Broadway, for reminding me. We're here on KEPW LP 97.3 FM in Eugene, Oregon. Actually, live from Springfield, but we're from Eugene, our community radio station, and we're here talking to community members that it seems like we've got a lot in common, but we're just concerned, you know. I come from a state where people believe they can protect themselves by being armed. So I really I understand that. I see that. Like, I lived in Alaska for 20 years. It's important there for many, many reasons.
Oh, yeah.
But what I see is something being set up in such a way that the surveillance state and the militarism cannot be fought on the ground.
That is true, yeah. Yeah, if y'all want to bug out, y'all can go. It was fun as fuck. Man.
All right, these guys are on their way. That was an interesting conversation. I have to really give it to another person here hanging out with us. I really look forward to having more conversations with you guys.
It was nice talking to you.
You want to talk on the radio another time?
Yeah, we will.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Thank you. So we have somebody here that got his contact info and